expressed in the following program are those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the views of Real TV, its affiliates, or sponsors.
Good afternoon and greetings to you from the studio of Real TV. My name is Walter Stewart. I'm the National President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Council of Parent Teacher Associations Incorporated. And today is a significant day. It marks the inaugural day for the introduction of our new segment, probably the newest segment here on Real TV. This one is called NPTA Speaks. National Parent Teacher Association Speaks. What is the National Parent Teacher Association? This organization this year celebrates 66 years. We were founded on the 23rd of July 1960 in the public library located at Knox Street in Port of Spain. 30 or so members gathered in the library on that significant day to herald what is considered to be today the largest advocacy organization seeking the interest and welfare of our nation's children. And from that day, 23rd of July, 1960, until today, we have been seeking the interest, welfare, concerns, and relevance of all our children in Trinidad and Tobago. This segment is dual purposed. We are looking at education in Trinidad and Tobago and also parenting concerns, because as parents, we are very concerned about our own well-being and naturally the well-being and welfare of all the children of Trinidad and Tobago. Stay tuned, stay in touch. We are going to be here every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., heralding what PTA is all about and what we stand for. At this, our inaugural segment, we are very happy to have with us today Managing Director of the A.L. Williams Educational and Consultancy Services, Mrs. Adana Leonard Williams. Adana, pleasant good afternoon to you. Welcome to NPTA Speaks, and we are happy to have you on this, our inaugural segment. Welcome.
Yes, pleasant good afternoon to you, Mr. Stewart. I am happy to be here, happy to be your person being interviewed today.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
How did I meet Adana? Well, Adana is the mind of what is called today the MindStar Spelling Bee competition. This competition was germane to Adana. She created and continues to work along with this particular competition, and she's going to tell us all about the MindStar Spelling Bee competition. Before we get into it, however, Adana, who is Adana Leonard Williams?
Right, Adana Leonard Williams is an ambitious, diligent, striving for success, striving for excellence, creative, innovator, entrepreneurial. When you come to those adjectives there, and in terms of profession, an educator, I am now the ambassador of Teach 2030 from the Commonwealth of Learning in England. I'm also, in terms of EST, Managing Director of A.L. Williams Educational Services, and newly an MPO, which is named Williams Educational Advancement Foundation, because you see the need to push education and youth development further. I'm also a youth development advocate for youth development, and also a mentor and a life skills coach. That is some of the hats that I wear.
Wow, quite a lot on your resume.
Yes.
And I'm sure you probably forgot or didn't mention quite a few as well.
Yes.
So congratulations on your
you,
achievements and your accomplishments over the years. Tell us, Adana, what triggered this MindStar Spelling Bee competition?
Right. So what triggered it is live in the southwestern peninsula, and in the area, I found that, when I have persons would have been asking me, Miss, could you do some extra lessons? Because I teach in a school in that area, and my CX results are excellent. So this is not any boasting, but the results speak for themselves. And, I continue to work with my students. So with the constant, Miss, you could do extra lessons. I recognize that a lot of the children in the area, they had a lot of problems when it comes to literacy.
Right.
They could do maths in terms of they could do the numbers, but when it comes to reading and comprehension, they can't. They could do just basically, we say, if you give them, for example, is or are, but when you go into a comprehension passage, they suffer in terms of they don't know how to answer. So, the Bloom's taxonomy questions, when it goes down that line, they will know who is Dora.
Right.
But when you start to ask the more detailed
Yeah.
information in terms of asking them the critical thinking questions,
No.
that's it right there. And I recognize enough of that. That's one. And two, I recognize reading problems a lot. So
Right.
everything is
Literacy.
everything is attached to each other.
Yeah.
When I recognize that in terms of that literacy lack, I recognize that is why their educational attainment and it's
And
suffering.
that is critical. I tell you why. My very own daughter, the younger one, I realized at age 6 that she had a literacy problem. And so much so that literacy affected all the other subjects, mathematics, social studies, and any other subject that she had.
Yes.
Because if you cannot read the basic information on the document, on the paper in front of you, it affects your whole world of learning.
Yes.
And we had to immediately get additional help for her in terms of extra lessons to bring her up to par with the other students in the class. It worked well, and thank God she was able to overcome that obstacle, that anomaly, that pending problem, and she was able to overcome it, and we are happy for that.
Yes.
Tell me then, why is spelling such an integral part, an integral component in the whole literacy framework? Why is it?
So, spelling, you have to spell a word.
Right.
And words, what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words and make complete sense. So, everything that you look at, you have to know the word. It's just part of how it is. So, that is a foundation. And being able to spell, and especially with a spelling bee, you do it aloud, it gives a child confidence.
Right.
Critical thinking, because you're not just going to spell a word. You would know when you are reviewing the word, you learn the parts of speech of the word, the definition of the word, the origin of the word, and how to use the word in a sentence. And this is critical in your everyday life, even if you are a child that prefers science subjects,
Right.
or if you like business subjects, or let's say in the primary school area, you like to do outdoor activities. But when it comes to the composition or creative writing, you cannot translate your experience into paper because you lack the words to describe, you lack the adjectives to go forward. So, and you can't spell it.
Right.
And you can't spell it, and you don't even have the ability to get the search for the word that you want. The word choice is limited, right? And spelling is important because the more words that you have in your word bank, you feel more confident when you
Yes.
have a conversation, or if you are in an interview as you get older and you're more articulate. That
Yeah.
person who's more articulate tends to be more successful because they can express themselves
Correct. Yeah.
and express themselves competently in formal standard English.
Very
and if
good.
you look at it, even sometimes persons who do not probably do so well in academia, if they have those basic skills, being able, competency to read and write, and even have that CSEC subject of English language,
Yeah.
they could go further. Even if they have to improve to go to do a certificate course, an associate degree, then do a degree or master's.
Right.
You see, they still have that inkling to spur on with learning. But when you lack that, you
Basic,
are in
yeah,
the
it's
school
basic.
system,
Yeah.
you feel frustrated. And sometimes I feel some of the problems that we are having in the school system is because students, they don't know how to. So they suffer in the classroom, they disrupt the classroom because I don't know how to read.
Right. Let me take you back to the foundation because all this has its affinity in the foundation, the early stages of a child's educational journey.
Yes.
We call it here ECCE. At the ECCE level, therefore, what would you recommend in terms of understanding the importance, the relevance, and the need to be able to spell and to adapt to spelling words at that basic level, the foundation stage, the chassis stage, so to speak?
Well, at that age, children, they are considered probably still babies, toddlers.
Right.
And we, the adults, are the role models. We, the adults, are the ones that they look up to. And what we impart on them, knowledge, and what we teach them, this is what they would go ahead with. Right. So if we create a culture of reading and having spelling, because I would have been seeing now persons are doing spelling bees from the preschool level.
Right. Yeah.
We are building a nation of young students, not just building confidence, and not just building public speaking, but leaders in the country, because it does something to you when you go to a mic. You go to a mic and you say, my name is, and the word is given to you. You gain a certain amount of resilience, a certain amount of independence. And if we start these things from the early stages as ECCE, and we create that culture, the children, we cannot say they cannot. They always can. Because when we look at, for example, everyone is on, if not social media or looking at the internet, we see young children in other cultures. We see the Chinese children, we see even in America. Ooh, we are in awe. This child is only 5 years old, and this child
doing
can
so well.
cook. It's a young chef, and because this was done in the early stages. So, if we want to have that drive and to see that improvement and to promote literacy, it needs to start from ECCE, the early stages, so we would not have that lack of. When you say A for apple, that should start from there. So no matter what word comes to you, you would be able to know the sound, to sound it all. But we have what we are experiencing now, we have children, they don't even know in terms of how to sound their letters, consonant blends, diagraphs, and all these different things. So that means if they are not taught these things, if they are not taught about it, how would they be able to make it transferable in their daily lives? So I think with the foundation, it's starting foundation very early.
As a consequence, when you conceptualize this MindStar Spelling Bee competition, was there a learning gap that you had identified?
Yeah.
Certainly. What was this learning gap?
Right. The learning gap was that when students are, in terms of describing, for example, we have the July-August vacation. And we know, especially in primary and even secondary schools, we'll ask children to tell us, what did you do?
Right.
And I recognize that children would say, let's say, for example, they went to Tobago.
Right.
Miss, I went to Tobago.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, nothing further.
Nothing further.
Right.
For Easter, Miss, we fly our kites.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
No further development. So you have to ask them. You have to continue to be spearing questions. So what
probing
you all did
questions
in Tobago,
as well. Yes.
Where you went to Tobago? Did you all eat anything? Did you all see? You have to be asking, probing. Because the same way they answer you in that one sentence, that's why they struggle to write a story, just to get the words to build it up into a wordy short story or a wordy essay, because they stop right there.
Got you.
Yeah.
I grew up in a family where my father was the headmaster of a school. And every day he bought a daily newspaper, one. And two, he encouraged us at all times, when there was news, 7 o'clock in the evening, look at the news. So that we had it on both sides. Literacy was, of course, an integral part of our home. So that we understood words, we learned words from very early, and we learned how to use the words in sentences. and we listened to the news anchor every night and realized how they were articulating what they were saying and how they were saying it and expressing themselves. And we certainly want to encourage that in our schools, even from the early childhood care and education centers. When they go there, inculcate that into them. Whilst we continue on this topic, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back with the conversation with Mrs. Adana Leonard Williams.
Price Wholesalers, we're inviting all business owners. Whether you operate a pharmacy, supermarket, mini mart, variety store, pet shop, hardware, or bookstore, we've got you covered. We offer a wide range of products, including baby and toddler items, confectionery and candy, cosmetics, fans, household supplies, party supplies, pet products, toys, stationery, and electronics. Wide selection, reliable quality, competitive prices. Contact us today at 380-8475 and one of our sales representatives will be happy to visit you. Good Price Wholesalers, your partner in business success.
Are you looking for the right space for your business? Fred's Plaza has the space you need. We offer professional rental spaces designed for growing businesses. Conveniently located in San Juan on the Eastern Main Road, opposite the PTSC terminal and between Royal Castle and Mario's. Easy access, high visibility. For inquiries, call or WhatsApp 868-384-7142 today or visit Level 3 Fred's Plaza for details.
Real TV proudly presents the 2026 Mother's Day Extravaganza. Join us on May 8th at 10 a.m. for a special edition of Conversations with Salisa. We'll have amazing gifts, sweet treats, and unforgettable moments. Let's celebrate the love, strength, and beauty of motherhood. Only on Real TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, young people, senior citizens, it is my pleasure and privilege to invite you to look at the program Inspired on Real TV at 2 p.m. every Wednesday afternoon. Inspired is designed to lift your spirits, to help you overcome depression and failure so you could be an outstanding, extraordinary success. We have special experts every Wednesday who will inspire you to do better, to be your best self. So may God bless you. And remember, every Wednesday at 2 p.m., please look out for the program Inspire.
Welcome back. We are here with Mrs. Adana Leonard Williams, the brain and the mind behind the MindStar Spelling Bee competition. And we are having a very good conversation with her with regards to how this all started and what MindStar is presently doing in the lives of our school students. Tell me, Mrs. Williams, this is a digital world we all live in. Quite recently, 18,000 of our Form 1 students received their laptops in the secondary schools in Trinidad and in Tobago. In the next semester, in the next academic year, another 18,000 plus will be rolled out for those first form students. So that the intent with this government is to be able to give all our students laptops, to be able to use the laptops. There is a concern, however, even as we are also introducing e-textbooks in our schools. We're taking away the hard copies, the textbooks, and replacing them with e-textbooks. In Sweden, quite recently, they reverted from e-textbooks back to hard copies. Their rationale was the students were not understanding how to spell and how to read the words because they were totally reliant on the devices. What is your take on that in terms of the digital world creating a challenge for our students to be able to understand literacy, be able to spell words, understand words, and use words in the right context?
Well, Mr. Stewart, my answer to that question is vast. Post-COVID, we had our students become addicted to their devices.
Yes.
Literally addicted. It doesn't matter if they're in primary school, secondary school, tertiary. Even their parents, in extension, teachers, addicted to their devices. And the addiction was not an academic one. It was more for entertainment. And there was never a working solution as to how do we regain that love for learning?
Right.
How do we regain that enjoyment for wanting to be educated? Everything is instant, visual, and that's it. Oh, this is too long.
Right.
And what do we do to get that back? There was never a working solution. So given having laptops and not having that solution made, we're going to have that similar addiction.
Right.
And having ebooks, as I mean, Sweden is wise in what they're doing. They're not going to be reading.
Right.
Then you look at, in terms of their eyes, we'll have more children wearing spectacles. So I don't think we should take over paperback. I know it's possibly saving money and all those things, but the children still need the traditional way, because what I will tell you, AI and technology will never replace foundation.
True.
Foundational skills in terms of spelling words,
Right.
reading and writing. Those foundations will always remain. And if the students are not taught how to use their devices, we're going to have a problem.
Yes.
And I will tell you why. As an educator in the classroom, students, if you give them a chance, they would use their phone for the entire day.
All day,
and
all day.
They would not be using their phone for, if it's English language, if it's for geography.
Responsible use.
No, they're not going to use it responsibly. And this is where I think that we need to do something in terms of getting the students, if it's to, yes, putting their textbooks on a laptop, but when I went to my scholarship in Israel, there was an innovation called Imagine Box. What was happening there is that post-COVID, same situation.
Right.
Heavy addiction on devices, entertainment, and they were losing these children in terms of their academic growth. They were losing them.
Right.
And almost, I think it's probably 100 plus Imagine Boxes are open all through Israel to solve that problem, not just with the daily learner, but also inclusive. So students have ADHD or autism.
Right.
They saw that they were actually learning in that Imagine Box, what they call it. They saw they were learning because it's put on the learner. So if we can have what they like and put it in an attractive way,
Right.
for them to be educated, we would win. So for instance, children like music.
Right.
They can sing a song. It doesn't have to be soca, any song, any genre.
Yeah.
And if we could use those things creatively, they would come to the fore. But at this point in time in the system, children are not encouraged in terms of they're not intrinsically motivated. Coming to school is coming to see my friends, coming to, enjoy the day. It's more like, I say, quote unquote, they come to climb. They come to get away from home and, that sort of culture with children. And we're losing that zeal for them to be educated. So parents behind them, and they want to know. But children be like, Miss, that's boring. So what I try to do, I try to skillfully use the technology. As simple as PowerPoint, as simple as for a sat-in junction, get a video presentation that will allow the child, what is happening in their world,
Yes.
allow them to be able to have that.
Right.
So they would could see, well, okay, I understand where Mrs. is coming from. This is part of my
No
world.
problem.
So it makes sense. So it's strategically, you have to sit down and say, let's say, for instance, I'm doing a lesson on story writing, plot.
Right.
I have to get something exciting happening in their world.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be an incident right in school, and all of them know, so the excitement
Got you.
is
Got you.
building.
Yeah.
Then in terms of using a simple YouTube video, that's another thing that gets them very excited.
Excited,
You
yeah.
sit and everybody is glued.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Grabs
glued.
attention. Yeah.
Grabs their attention.
yeah.
So in terms of the technology, I think if we get to the rightful use of it,
Yes,
and
yes.
even for the children, we would be able to capture the learner.
Yeah.
Because we can't go back. We have
That's
to go
right.
forward.
Yeah.
But
Because
we
it's a
need-
global world
Yeah.
we're living in now. Huh? Global.
Right? And I say paperback is important.
Yeah.
I think so. I believe so.
Right.
Because, as again, I said, in terms of the children constantly being on a laptop,
Yeah.
you're going to have more children wearing spectacles.
Yeah.
And two, you read on your phone
Yes,
and on your
certainly.
laptop,
Yeah.
it gets you very tired.
Yes, it does.
It gets you very tired.
I still use the hard copies. Yeah, I still do.
Right?
Tell me though, as we on to this, I referenced quite recently at another forum the hybrid system. The device is important, yes, but you do need, in addition to the device, to the laptop, the tablet, you still do need that hard copy experience as well. I know the Minister Daulat recently said parents are going to save $1,000 to $1,500 if we now replace the textbooks with e-textbooks. But you made the point that it is important as well to still hold on to,
Yes.
in some measure, that hard copy textbook arrangement, which is definitely important. As we are on to that, therefore, are there any skills that you intend to see developing in children by virtue of the Spelling Bee Mindstar competition?
Definitely.
Good.
A spelling bee competition to our nation creates not just leaders, critical thinkers.
Good.
Public speaking, improved public speaking skills, resilience, it builds resilience, and increased vocabulary for students with choice. That competitiveness in it to
Yes.
spur that child to want to do better. So academic excellence, that they can do it, right? Also, you look at in terms of increased the academic growth,
Yeah.
they would strive more for excellence. And reading comprehension skills will rise.
Good.
Because the more you can understand and comprehend and know the definition of a word, you'll be able to use it better.
Good.
Right? And you would feel confidence is something that is important.
Yeah.
Extremely important.
Good.
Confidence to
Very
me
good.
is everything.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
walk into a room with confidence, everybody knows that. And that is part another major part for me of a spelling bee. You
Right.
become more articulate
Good.
because you don't have to go searching for words.
Yeah.
You can confidently as a
Comes
as
naturally,
a child.
yeah.
Yeah, and you see them now in terms of not just the public speaking skills, but you see them more take on a sort of leadership
Right.
sort of work because
Right,
they can
right.
stand and speak up
Yeah.
and speak out. So it's not just learning a word and the meaning or how
Yeah.
to use it, but to translate those things into your daily academic
Becomes
pursuits.
a part of you as well.
Yes.
Yeah, certainly. Tell me, let's zero in now on this year's competition, which started in the month of March.
When it's
The competition started this year in the month of March,
started
April,
yes.
April. And this is in Trinidad and in Tobago.
Yes.
So tell me, how has been the response in Trinidad and in Tobago with regards to the schools who have entered the competition?
Well, I must say I was surprised. I was excited, and I was also like, wow. When I saw the number of schools registered, I said, the children really want something. They want a competition. And you see, they look at national scripts. You
Yeah.
have national spelling bees in India. These are the things that
Yeah.
you see when you type in spelling bees on YouTube.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And a spelling bee in our nation,
Yeah.
I want to be one
Very
of those
good.
students today. Because you don't want to just see it in other countries.
Yeah.
I want to see it in my country,
Yeah.
and I want to be a part of it. So the enthusiasm that
Yeah.
that latches onto it,
Got
that
you,
children,
got you.
they want to. I
Yes.
saw that, and even when the interactions, and even when the supporters
Good as
who
well.
came to support the participants,
Right.
there is this energy exuding, a positive
Yes.
energy exuding, not just to support the participant, but I can do this, I
Got
can
you,
do
got
this
you, got
also.
you, got you.
And I was really elated.
Good.
I was really, as I said, very astonished. That
Good, yeah,
I
good.
can believe that the
Wow.
children love this so much.
Yes.
because I can tell you, for example, everybody wants to take pictures. Because you want
Right.
to take pictures. The children were so, and the whole countenance was uplifted.
Got you, got you.
Right? And I wanted this at the beginning to be a memorable experience
Right.
in a child's school
Yeah.
years. And I'm thinking that I'm doing that because also them cheering on for their colleagues,
Right,
their
right,
schoolmates, they also were privy to things like the tech park. So
Good.
one main feature in the tech park that something that consciously I did
Yeah.
was a sort of introduction with robotics.
Okay, well,
So-
you hold that there.
Yes.
When we come back, we are going to go into that robotics because that's a very integral part as well
Yeah.
of the Mindstar Spelling Bee competition and Tech Park. We're going to continue after this break.
In a world full of noise, choose clarity. The Real News digital publication is your choice for important news coverage. From influential figures shaping our nation to a powerful week in review that keeps you informed. The weekly edition is available for download on all of our social media platforms. Smart, sharp, essential. Real News digital publication. Stay informed, stay educated, stay empowered.
I am Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani, inviting you to join me for the rebirth of Apne Sitare, Our Stars, a vibrant and spectacular show celebrating the incredible local talents of the sons and daughters of Trinidad and Tobago. Experience the beauty of our culture through singing, dancing, and musical performances as we keep the arts alive and shining bright. Tune in right here on Real TV every Sunday from 1 p.m. for Apne Sitare, Our Stars. See you there.
My mom has everything. What do I give her?
This May, give her something meaningful. Celebrate every moment with Elegant Accents. In honor of all mothers, we're offering an exclusive 50% off gold and platinum plated jewelry, the perfect way to show love, appreciation, and timeless elegance. Discover so much more in store. Fragrances, watches, handbags, home decor, gift items, and more. Visit us at Elegant Accents, 339 Eastern Main Road, El Dorado, 6 buildings east of Cora Junction on the left, or WhatsApp 719-3894. Make her feel cherished because she deserves nothing less.
Let's get straight to the point. I am Dale Edwards, Dale the Voice, and we're going to get straight to the point right here on Real TV. Join me Monday to Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. when we talk the hard truth. We're not beating around the bush. We're getting straight to the point, dealing with real issues, social, politics, and much more. Monday to Friday, the only place to be is right here on Real TV. And welcome back to NPTA Speaks. This is the inaugural segment, and I'm here with my guest, Mrs. Adana Leonard Williams, Managing Director of A.L. Williams Educational Consultancy Services, and the person behind the Mindstar Spelling Bee competition and Tech Park. That's where we left off the last time, the Tech Park. Give us, Adana, some insight into the Tech Park aspect of what you do.
Well, Mr. Stewart, as I said, the world right now of the child, both primary and secondary school, lies with technology.
Yes.
And with the spelling bee, you want to always know that language is important. It doesn't matter if the technology is involved. As I said before, it's a foundation skill that must be kept, being able to read and write. Even though with technology, you have to know to read and write to be able to be proficient and move further with it. So if you are pursuing robotics, you need to read to be able to know how to put the robots together, the STEM process behind it, so many things. So whereas as I guess the wrongful use of the technology, people may think that, well, we don't need to read and write anymore. We have AI. I could just, but how would you type in the prompt if you don't know how to read and write, if you don't know how to spell the word, how would you know? And I think that, before we delve into going further into putting AIs in the school, which I see nothing wrong with it, we need to let the children know, to be able to use AI, you need to know this fundamental value of reading and writing, a critical skill. Because this enhances oral and written communication.
Good.
So the robotics aspect of it, we put more effort into it this year. As you know, NEEDLES is the governmental institution, so they call it STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So they also have, scientific things that are being done that they demonstrate to the children, and the children interact with. And what I recognize about the Tech Park, it's very interactive. Drone technology. So I could say, for example, in Tobago, with the Tobago Information Technology Limited, when the virtual reality sets came out, it was like a buzz. The children, everybody wanted to be a part of it. It's like one of the favorite things that they had. So I saw the children draw so close to the technology aspect, even at the Southern Academy of the Performing Arts when we do the Tech Park. That is what draws them, especially the boys. The boys are there with the controlling the robots. And I recognize also that we need to have more learning by doing. Interactive learning.
Yes.
Because not that children cannot learn or they're not doing well, but the learning needs to be interactive. They being a part of it, not just sitting down and taking notes like a blank slate, but being a part of being a part of what they are learning. It makes it more meaningful. So to gain independent learners, we as a teacher, because of the use of technology, we need to be facilitators of learning, because by the click of a button, they will know the definition, they will know, if not a mathematical term, or how to be able to solve the question already, because they have it. So no longer the children, they don't know. So we have to facilitate and make learning more interesting. And as I said, from my observations with this Tech Park, learning by doing interactive learning, being able to touch, being able to just be a part of the solution.
Very good.
And if we see that there, and that is in a microcosm, if we implement that in our school system, in how we teach, and teachers are given the tools that are needed to get that done, it'll be fantastic.
Mind-blowing,
Mind-blowing,
indeed. Tell me though, so you've completed your preliminaries, semi-finals, both in primary and secondary schools in Trinidad and in Tobago. And we are now looking forward to our finals next Wednesday, May 13th at SAPA. Give us some more information with regards to that, please.
So the Tobago winners, first, second, and third place winners, they would be coming to Trinidad at Southern Academy of Performing Arts to meet the finalists in Trinidad in 3 categories in primary school. Standard 1, Standard 2 and 3 is merged, that's the second category. 4 and 5 is merged, that's the third category. So 3 categories in Standard 1, and for the secondary schools, we have Form 1 and 2, and then we have 3 and 4, and we have those young men who said, yes, I will challenge myself even though I have CSEC or I have my CAPE exam.
Still.
And I say hats off to
Great.
each young man
Yes.
who has given that extra discipline to be able to be a part of it, because we didn't want to leave out 4, 5, and 6. We know it's exam time, but we still say, our team still said, let's put it in.
Yes.
We will have
No problem.
some students who will say, I want to go for it.
Good. Now tell me, you couldn't do this on your own, I'm sure. You had to depend upon the support, assistance, contribution of probably several corporate citizens here in Trinidad and Tobago. Can you name a few of those corporate organizations who have been helping you in this journey?
So my first sponsor that came on board was B-Mobile.
Good.
And I was very grateful that they saw that this is something that they needed to invest in, being a part of promoting literacy.
Good.
Right? And technology enhancement, we needed to be a part of them, of that. Then we have Mabel Insurance Brokers. They have in a lot of effort and energy to make it right for the students to be able to put prizes and award the students in that way. And I had a meeting yesterday with them, wanted to do more because they see the value of investing in the nation, of the youths of Trinidad and Tobago. Then we have on board, we have the Devices Hub. They are a tablet distributor. They came on board. We cannot forget SMG, holiday snacks, Bermuda's biscuit, crisp bacon. It makes the world of the child even more enlightening. So you know, you come to a competition, an academic forum, and when you go outside, you're delighted.
That's right.
You know, so when I talk about snacks, you are into the children's world, right?
Definitely.
Unit Trust Corporation, they have partnered to give $5,000 in units for that secondary school category.
Very good.
Both they are prize awardees for both in Tobago and also in Trinidad. We have Innovative Robotics, Mr. Wendell Straker, an advocate for robotics, a very competent and learned individual when it comes to robotics. Most of his training is for the Canadian system. So he is there spurring along. We had a little input of Venture Credit Union, seeing the need. Uncle Sam's Bacon Shack.
As well?
Oh, you
mean? They're on board as well.
Yeah, Uncle Sam's Bacon Shack. Because, I mean, it's young people and we have so many. Because in terms of the registration in both Trinidad and Tobago, combined together, it's over 500 registrants that
that's a whole lot.
In both primary and secondary schools. So when you have this magnitude as an organizer, you need to be able to have, have the children.
And I make a point here to you as well, because education is everybody's business. And we can't do it on our own. PTA, tutor, MOE, we can't do it on our own. We need this help and the support of several stakeholders, so that you have made the point that you have all these corporate citizens backing you, supporting you, assisting you in this venture. The same applies to education national. We must get the buy-in and the support of several stakeholders in order to make it happen.
And could I add, we have Tiger Tanks.
Good.
That's on board. In the Tobago aspect, Mr. Warner Penny Savers. Thank you for seeing the need. On board 100%, we have Tittle, Tobago Information Technology, Mr. Ian, CEO Ian Williams, and his team, always doing a dynamic job. And this year, coming on board, more like 100%, with a lot of support.
Very good.
The Division of Education,
in Tobago,
Extension, Secretary, that will be Assemblyman Orlando Kerr.
Good.
I was really pleased to see the effort
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the officials seeing this as
Yeah.
something that they need to promote.
Yeah.
I was really pleased about that, the support from the division. Also, we have Richard's Hardware.
Good. In
right?
Tobago again?
Yes.
Yes. Mhm.
Hi, Miss V.
Good,
Yes.
good.
And also support from G1's, that's the furniture store.
Right.
G Gopi, right? Support from them, because when you have all these little faces looking at you,
Yeah.
you know, they work hard.
They want to
To
get
be
some
there.
kind of reward as well.
And I told myself, every child needs to be rewarded for that fine art.
Correct.
Get those prizes,
Yeah.
get what needs to make things
Yeah,
happen.
correct.
Because they are exerting the effort, they put in
Right.
the discipline.
Good.
Teachers working with them,
Yeah.
parents working with them, and even our teachers.
As well.
If anyone wants to reward the teachers,
By
they
all
need to
means.
be rewarded too.
And they deserve it as well.
And they deserve the reward.
Just as we deserve in our break as well. So
Yes.
that as we take the break, we want to give a special thanks to all these sponsors, all these supporters, all those who in any which way gave some support to the Mindstar Spelling Bee competition and Tech Park. The parents are saying through this NPTA Speaks segment, thank you. We'll be right back in a short while.
When security matters most, choose Catch Security Services Limited. We are proudly approved by the Ministry of Homeland Security. We protect your home, business, community, and much more. Our services include professional baton and armed officers, specialized K-9 units, mobile patrols, secure cash pickups, secure transport, and pepper spray applications and supply coming soon. Don't wait. Secure your assets now. Contact Catch Security today. Call 622-6601, email info@cssl-tt.com, or visit our office at 30-32, Saddle Road, Maraval.
Broadcast your yagnas, weddings, and Hindu celebrations live on Real TV. Share your special moments with us. Share your devotion with the nation. Call us at 373-8946 or email realtv.corporate@gmail.com to host your celebration today.
Hi, I'm Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani, and I'm inviting you to join me for Conversations with Zalisa right here on Real TV. It's not just another talk show, it's a space for real stories, real insight, and real impact. We cover it all: health, law, parenting, relationships, drug and substance abuse, mental health, social issues, and so much more, with expert guests who help bring clarity to life's most important questions. So whether you're looking to be informed, empowered, or simply inspired, this show is for you. Weekdays at 10 a.m. with repeats on Real TV.
Hello everyone, I'm Kwesi Park. I invite you to join me right here on Real TV for the program Unfiltered Youth. This series will engage a panel of young persons from a very diverse cross-section of our society, talking or discussing the real issues affecting them in their daily lives. So join me right here on Real TV on Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. with repeats on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Welcome back to NPTA Speaks. And again, my name is Walter Stewart, the National President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Council of Parent-Teacher Associations Incorporated, aka National Parent-Teacher Association. And this is our inaugural segment on NPTA Speaks. We are going to be here every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., indicating what the NPTA does and what we are involved in at a national level, seeking the interest and welfare of our students, our children, and of course the parents in Trinidad and Tobago. On set with me is Mrs. Adana Leonard Williams, who is the Mindstar Spelling Bee Competition Managing Director. The competition, the finals are to be held next Wednesday at SAPA, starting at 9 o'clock, and there are several schools and participants lined up to take part in the finals next week, Wednesday. Again, thank you for coming. Good to have you on the set. What's the next step after this Mindstar 2026 Spelling Bee competition?
Right, what's the next step? I like that question. So, in a meeting with the Assemblyman and Secretary of the Division, Mr. Orlando Curl, he said, Miss, next year, please God, could you bring the finals to Tobago? Shore Park has 3,800 seats.
Wow.
And we can bring Trinidad over instead of, to make it equal.
Got you.
So right now they come into us and we go in.
Right.
And in a bigger light,
Right.
Mindstar Caribbean Spelling Bee.
Oh,
Competition.
very good.
Yes.
So you're taking up the islands.
Of the islands.
Good. What is the prospect? Have you already made some groundwork? Go ahead.
Of course. I already made those steps. Even in the process of the National Spelling Bee, I've met with CEOs of different Caribbean islands in terms of giving them that interest, especially tech park aspect is, it's different.
Keen interest,
Key interest in marrying language and technology. Because remember, this is the direction that the world is going, our young people are going, we need to find creative ways for them to still love reading, still advocate learning, and also show them how this is part of what is making technology successful.
Good.
Right?
Good.
Not
Very
just
good.
the entertainment part, but you can make, because you can read, write, spell words, have a high-tech vocabulary, critical thinking, confidence, all the different parts, discipline. You can, sky's the limit. You can be able to be the best that you can be and strive for excellence.
Fantastic.
So that tech park aspect, that is intriguing to them.
It is indeed.
Right? Marrying the spelling bee
As
and
well
the tech
as,
park. Yes, it's
Tell
unique.
me, give me one success story that you can share with us and the audience, of course, with regards to the Mindstar Spelling Bee competition.
There's a young man by the name of Malik Thomas. Malik, I should say, he's a young man striving for good success.
Good.
I would have met Malik before I branded it Mindstar Spelling Bee. I would have had a regular spelling bee competition.
Right.
And he started off, the first time he didn't win, but he continued persevering, consistency. When he heard that I am having a spelling bee in Point Fortin, he calls me, Mr. Dana, this is Malik Thomas, and from Point Fortin, he's secondary. I'm interested. I'm interested in coming. Okay. I saw Malik every time I have a spelling bee, he is there.
He's there.
And he's continuing. And he seems to be a young man who wants to achieve anything that he puts his mind to.
Good.
He's not writing CSEC exams.
Very good.
And
very good.
As I said, some schools said, Miss, we are not allowing our Form 5s and 6s to do it. But he called me, he said, Miss, I believe I can do this. He said, once it is, I regulate my study time management. He said, I can put in the work for the spelling bee. He calls me, he says, is this all the words? Is this all the words? I said, yes, this is all the words. He said, I recognize that it's a lot of words. They combine together. So it's not as hard as I thought. That young man, in terms of the positive attributes that he exudes from the spelling bee, that confidence, because he has won the spelling bees before he became national spelling bee. He worked until he actually won the spelling bee competition.
Well done.
And I see great things happening for him. And he is also in the finals for the Form 5 and 6 category.
Congratulations. Well done.
He has a motivation for himself.
Yes, good.
And I think that the spelling bee makes him just more confident, and the
Yes.
competitiveness of it
Good,
makes
good,
him
good.
want to be, in terms of his goals,
Yes.
a high achiever.
Good.
And what I liked about the Form 5 and 6, it's only boys.
Oh, very
All
good,
boys,
very
all boys.
good.
And I looked at it because,
Yeah.
you know, right now in the education system, when in terms of literacy, in terms
Yes.
of the students who are underachieving,
Yes.
it's mainly males.
Yes, yes, yes.
However,
Yes.
from my observation,
Yeah.
from prior spelling days, a lot of young men very competitive.
Wow.
And they are the ones who enter this spelling bee
But
very
this is
bravely.
also a success story as well, you know,
Yes.
because our boys have constantly
Yes,
been
constantly.
lagging behind the girls.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to hear that the boys are shining,
Yes.
at least in this category. Well
So-
done, boys. Keep it up.
I would have told my husband, I said, you don't recognize every time we have a spelling bee, how many boys we have
Right.
coming, and they adamant they're going to beat the
Good,
girls.
good, good,
And
good.
even at this competition, I am seeing some unique traits of young men.
Yes.
So, and for example, there's a young man called, I think it's Khalifa Yearwood from St. Mary's College,
Okay.
and he has that attribute. He wants to do well.
Good.
He called
Good,
me, he said,
good.
Miss, you're doing an excellent job.
Yes.
He called me, he said, Miss Sam, on behalf of the boys of St. Mary's who came there, we had a fantastic day,
Happy
an
to hear
amazing
that,
day.
yeah.
And as I said, I saw it on the countenance of each and every student
Good,
there.
good,
The
good.
secondary school students really, they really gave me that boost.
Good. The
to say
impetus.
that you're doing
Yes.
something right.
Good, good, good. Keep it up. Keep it up.
You're doing something right.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not just my observation.
Yes.
If any other teacher or student is interviewed, they can tell
As
you
well.
what just being there, what it has
Got you,
done,
got you.
to how it has improved their life. If it's in simple just networking,
Good.
making new friends,
More
but
than worth it.
also in terms of their academic pursuits, making it known that in reality,
Yeah.
I can do this.
It's quite possible.
Yes, it's possible.
Well, time flies when you're having fun. And of course, we have almost come to the end of this segment. Any parting words, Adara?
Right, yes. I want to encourage parents, teachers, school
Yes.
administrators to continue to not just support our students, but challenge them.
Yes.
Because as life is happening, we all will come about challenges.
Yes.
And even in the spelling bee words, persons might say, oh, some of these words are difficult. But we always teach the children, we do not give up.
Good.
We continue to strive, we continue
Yes.
to work,
Yes.
persevere.
Yes.
We continue to be consistent and disciplined. And for the students, to be a continuous learner.
Yes.
You to continue to strive for excellence. As you see, I
Good.
use that phrase a
Yes.
lot.
Yeah.
And also for the parents, say positive things to your
Good.
child.
Good.
Impart positive
Very
things,
good.
encourage them.
Yeah.
Don't just tell them, sit down and learn your work. Be a part of that interactive learning.
very
Even if you
important.
don't know, just
Yes.
asking a question, what are you doing?
Good.
Tell
good,
me
good,
what
good.
is, I just say, what is a noun?
Good.
You know, that support is important. The young people need support because they are having a lot of negative support through
Right,
the
so
same
might as well.
usage of
Yeah.
the same technology.
Yeah, yeah.
And they need that human touch, that human interest, which comes from their parents and powerful persons like teachers and principals who can impart positive things. So we want to remind the children that they can do all things through Christ
Well
who
said,
strengthens
well
them
said.
and to never give up.
And that's a way to end as well as we wax biblical. Well done in that Philippians 4. Thank you very much for that. We have come to the end of this segment. NPTA Speaks with my guest, Mrs. Adana Leonard Williams. And as we close, we want to remind you that this coming Sunday, May 10th, is Mother's Day. Mrs. Williams' mother is also in the studio. Happy Mother's Day to you in advance, Mrs. Leonard. And to all the mothers out there, we want to wish you a very good day. As a matter of fact, every day should be Mother's Day, but we are setting aside this one day, second Sunday in the month of May every year, to specially pause to acknowledge our mothers. On behalf of the National Parent Teacher Association, we wish the mothers of our executive, the mothers of our regional executive, our PTA mothers, mothers of Trinidad and Tobago, we wish you a very happy Mother's Day and have a great day. We have come to the end of the NPTA Speaks. Looking forward to being back here next Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. My name, Walter Stewart, National PTA President, wishing you a very good afternoon, a very good end of the week and into next week, and we see you on Thursday next week, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you again, Mrs. Williams, for coming. Do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sure.